of the most discussed populations in American society. Day in and day out, images portray their lives as being dominated by gangs, sex, drugs, and violence. Occasionally, they are in the news as victims. Statistics show African American males at the bottom of virtually every social index. Highest high school dropout rate, highest level of incarceration for felonies, the highest peer-to-peer murder rate, the highest rate of unemployment, the lowest presence on college campuses, the lowest rate of graduation from college, and a highly disproportionate presence in prisons. As these trends have worsened over the past decade, it seems politicians, educators, and religious leaders are at a loss of how to begin to effectively counter them. Notwithstanding the overall worsening statistics regarding African American males and their impact on society and community life, there are some programs and concepts that hold promise in addressing this American dilemma. One such program was created in South Carolina, a state which, like many others, is experiencing a critical social crisis in its African American male population. The program's title, Call Me Mister, is an instant tip-off to its purpose to generate respect, accountability, and success. A key premise of Call Me Mister is that the presence of African American males as teachers at the elementary and middle school levels is crucial in shaping the lives of African American boys, as well as the educational environment in general. We will look at aspects of the Call Me Mister program through several of its participants.
I had no interest in being an elementary school teacher coming out of high school. I graduated from Midland Valley High School in Aiken County, South Carolina. And in that, I had dreams of being a professional basketball player. I would want to please other people by saying I wanted to be an engineer. And I would laugh at the idea of being an elementary school teacher because I thought that men just should not teach. I thought that it was a women's profession, but it was one summer at Benedict College in Columbia, South Carolina, where I was bombarded with Call Me Mister. The idea, the banner of Call Me Mister. Young African-American men, strong men, to become elementary school teachers, role models, and father figures in the elementary school system. Father figure was special to me because I grew up without my father. So I saw that how Call Me Mister would help me restore fatherhood in the lives of children who were like me, who did not have a father.
While Hayward Jean's father was absent, his mother, grandparents, and community members provided him with guidance, discipline, and love.
This is my mom, the queen, the teacher, the military, police, the everything. My mother was really everything. My mother was a godhead in my life. A lot of things that I learned about life, I had a chance to actually learn, of course, through my mother. And of course, hello, I'm home. No party, no balloon. What's going on, Howard? That's right. Hey, Mom.
Growing up in a tight-knit family of mother, twin brother, younger sister, and his grandparents in Aiken County, South Carolina, Hayward learned life lessons.
So what were some of the lessons, Mom, that you tried to make sure that we learned while growing up? It's,
To respect yourself and respect others, mainly.
Yes, ma'am.
And to thine own self, be true. Always be true to yourself first.
Yes, yeah. I can remember times when my mom would really call us out of the room, Howard, and just lecture us.
The conversation started around something on television. It was an inspirational person, black, white, or Hispanic, whatever.
Yeah.
Especially men, because sing for house. So, Pops went there all the time. So anytime he saw somebody doing something good, in Ohio, even when we was growing up here in South Carolina, she used to always call us, and we had to listen and watch.
On occasions when the Jean family come together, they often express their unity through impromptu family group singing.
No more compromising. the wrong from the right. He made the difference. He made the difference in my life.
I don't walk like I used to walk.
He made the difference.
I don't
Talk like I used to talk. He made the difference. I don't do what I used to do.
Hayward John is a teacher at the Marshall Elementary School in Orangeburg, South Carolina. Meeting the challenges of education in the 21st century require innovative strategies, skill, passion, and caring. It is these qualities that Hayward and other misters seem to bring to their classrooms. Along with caring, one of Hayward's classroom strategies draw on the penchant of elementary students for song and rhythmic expression.
A child of great destiny. I am beautiful and smart. I am a student of excellence. I am a reality to the dreams of leaders before me. I am a nightmare to failure, bad behavior, and bad grades. I am a positive role model. I am love to love, and it's because of love that I'm here.
The class seems to be a continuous ebb and flow of energy, reflection, and collective and individual expression.
I want to know what a geologist is. We said geology. Y'all said study of the... I want to know what a geologist is.
Someone who studies the earth.
Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Come up. Come up. He deserves it. All right. Give him a round of applause. Excellent job. Excellent job. Okay. I'm going to let Casey Smith pass out the vocabulary quiz. She's going to pass them out to you while they're turned over. Good job. Take what you learned.
Teach it out there.
Take what you learned.
Teach it out there.
Take what you learned in here and...
Teach it out there.
Okay, teach it out there, which means y'all are teachers. And I love how I saw teachers working together in this classroom. All right? Excellent job. Keep it up. Because now you're about to see how good of teachers y'all are and were when you perform on this vocabulary quiz. Of course, it's your own. It's not group work. Okay? So you're not looking at anybody else's paper. Nobody's looking at yours, and nobody should be asking questions. And we still follow the class bylaws, 1 through 7. All right? 7 is our most popular one. Raise your hand to speak and get out of seat. Once you get your sheet, I'm going to let you, Casey. Once you get your sheet, you can begin. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
Reinforcing the axiom that good teachers are forever remembered, a visit by Hayward to Greendale Elementary School, where he did his practice teaching, delighted past students who welcomed him.
So tall. Y'all about tall as me. I am.
Like visits from among good and close friends, Hayward reminisces with the principal who supervised his student teaching.
Yeah, right.
So I knew was the connections. If you can make a connection in an interview like that, I knew you'd be able to make connections in a classroom, and that's what he's so good at.
Yes, ma'am.
He makes connections with the kids, their families, and once you make those connections, then academically you can teach them anything. But that has to be the bridge.
All right.
You have to have that bridge first, and he can build those bridges just about better than anybody I've seen in a long time.
Yes, ma'am. Well, thank you for the bridge that you built for me.
Well, you know.
Come here. This set the stage. It set the stage, Mrs. Kelka.
Well.
It really did.
Well,
thank you.
I'm glad. I always told you I wanted you to leave here better than you were when you came, and you get better every year, I'm sure.
Yes, ma'am. It's happening.
You take the best out of your experiences and you use them.
Yes, ma'am.
That's a good thing.
Thank you.
That's what learning's all about. That's what teaching's all about.
Exactly. So thank you for being a great teacher.
Well, thanks.
Yes, ma'am. And a great role model.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, I enjoyed having you, and you know you're welcome here anytime.
I know that.
This be your home, your first time. You can always come home.
Exactly. Oh, my goodness.
Hayward John leaves his friends, adults and children, aware that change has taken place because of his presence.
Who am I? I am a child. Let's see if you remember.
I am a child of great destiny.
Damon Qualls teaches at the Alexander Elementary School in Greenville, South Carolina. If his ease and manner in the classroom seem out of sync with his 2 years teaching experience, there is good reason. Damon, according to his mother, has been teaching for many years.
Well, guys, y'all don't know that Damon's been a teacher for 25 years. And when I say 25 years, from little, he played school and he played church. And he always had to be the teacher. There was no questions about it. Cousins were older than him, and he said, no, I'm the teacher because I know how to write. And they are 4 and 5, and he's little thing there trying to go to the board. He says, I'm the teacher, and you need to sit down. And they'd sit down and they'd listen, and he had them all in order. So he's actually been teaching all of his life, only certified going into the 3rd year.
Right.
This early interest in teaching made Damon a perfect candidate for the Call Me Mister program.
The Call Me Mister program is a collaborative effort between Clemson University and 8 other institutions across the state to recruit, train, and certify and place African American men in elementary school as teachers. I was a part of the first cohort to finish the program.
Qualls brings a commitment and vision to the classroom that has a practical approach.
Well, I think you definitely have to be dedicated. You have to be committed. You have to put the children first. Of course, teaching is one of the most stressful and time-consuming careers. And a lot of folks, complain about compensation, but you definitely have to have a heart for what you do. And you have to always keep in mind that those after-school meetings and those early mornings and those parent conferences are all for the benefit of the students. And inevitably, they will blossom from your hard work. All of the little seeds that you plant, they'll blossom. I think all students want to experience success. All students want to have triumph. So I center in on finding out what their intelligence is. I'm a huge multiple intelligence fanatic. So if you learn best by moving around, then I allow you to move around. And if you can show me that you've learned the concept or the skill that I've taught by movement, then you're going to move. Or if it's by giving an oral presentation, or if it's by singing a song or writing a rap or reciting a poem that you've written, then I'm going to allow you to do that. And by doing so, grades go up. I've seen my PAC scores in writing. I always have 100% of the students to score proficient or advanced or basic in that area. I've just always experienced academic achievement. That's at the forefront of my career, academic achievement. Well, I remember how I enjoyed learning, and so I knew that I was always a tapper, or I'd be singing in my class and my teacher would be like, stop singing, So I just wanted to incorporate all those things that when I sat in my elementary school desk and told myself, when I become a teacher, I'm going to do such and such, and I'm doing it.
Remarkably, Damon extends the access he offers to students in school and after class to their parents as well.
My advice to my students' parents is to definitely stay involved and have a relationship with your teacher, with your child's teacher. Don't be intimidated or afraid to call and ask the simplest of questions. I give my students and my parents my cell phone number, and they have access to me anytime, day or night, because education is just that important. And it's a collaborative effort between parents, the teacher, the student, and the school community, and that parent is definitely a vital part. When students know that education is valued at home, then those values are going to come into this classroom. It's going to make their academic career easier and my success easier.
This commitment and service was recognized when Damon Qualls was honored as the Alexander Elementary School Teacher of the Year. The same year, he was runner-up Teacher of the Year for the Greenville County School District, the nation's 57th largest district. The accolades for Damon and the Call Me Mister program have also garnered national attention with appearances on The Oprah Winfrey Show and reports on ABC World News Tonight. The net effect of all this on children was expressed by 2 of Damon Qualls' students as they recited the class motto.
I'm an educated achiever, generous leader who exemplifies success. I am an educated achiever, generated leader who exemplifies success.
Fifth-grade teacher Zebulon Dinkins is greeted like a rap star at an assembly to discuss bullying at Welcome Elementary School in Greenville, South Carolina. His message resonates with the young students of the MTV generation. Seizing the power of music and rhyme to attract young minds, Zeb Dinkins uses lyrics to assist in the retention of concepts and educational facts.
If you want to make it here, it's real simple. If we connect Nebraska to California, we can start making trades when families close. You have to ride the transcontinental. If you want to make it here, it's real simple. If we connect Nebraska to California, we can start making trades when families closer. You have to ride the transcontinental. If you want to make it here, it's real simple. If you connect Nebraska to California, we can start making trades when families closer.
And that was Transcontinental Railroad.
So where did the train tracks connect, Brianna? You weren't here when we did that. You weren't here. DJ.
Nevada to California.
You sure it's Nevada? California's right. Not Nevada, but we're talking about all the way from Nebraska to California. There you go. Nebraska is where we're talking about. You got mixed up. That's okay. Those days where you're teaching a subject and you felt that the lesson didn't go as good as you wanted it to go. And I got inspired to want to do something to help all the kids get excited about social studies, because we all know when we were young, social studies, you get that social studies book out, you're like, oh gosh, social studies. So I tried to make it exciting, and I knew I could rap. I knew I made music for a long time, so I just used what I had, my talent, and put it to work. And actually, Transcontinental Railroad was the first song that I did that kind of sparked that kids knew I could rap. They didn't believe it was me at the beginning when they first heard it, but when I started rapping it to them in class, they're like, oh, that is you, Mr. Dinkins. So that's how that came about, and it just started a chain of more songs, and like every day I come in the studio and I work on a song, not exactly in social studies. I don't just do social studies. I do all subjects, reading, science, math. All right, and what about World War II? World War II was a worldwide war that stretched many countries like a hip-hop tour. The axis was dangerous, so they had to be stopped. So along came the Allies. No longer could they watch. Who the Axis, not the Allies, we know the Allies, the United States and Britain and all them. Who were the Axis consisted of? Give me one.
Japan.
Japan, give me another one.
Germany.
Germany, give me another one. Italy.
Zeb Dinkins' approach is catching on, and his educational motivation CDs are being used by others.
Come journey with me. Motivation education, that's basically what I do. First CD, Motivation Education Volume 1, just came out, doing pretty well. After the ABC World News came on, had a couple of teachers who bought it from all over the nation, so that's going pretty well. It's a good feeling to know that your music is affecting people all over the nation, and people get to listen and hear it, and you're changing students' lives from it, so it's a good thing.
Transcontinental. If you wanna make it here, it's real simple. If you connect Nebraska to California, we can start making trades with families closer. You have to ride the transcontinental. If you wanna make it here, it's real simple. If you connect Nebraska to California, we can start making trades with families closer. Let's talk about cowboys. I know you heard of them. You told me you had a quick journey so they could sell them, but there was one problem.
All right, go. Another person is going to be the eighth.
All right, so you're stretching out your slinky 6 blocks. and you're going to stop in order to make sure that you're getting the same experiment. So you four guys are going to be right here.
Justin Ballinger teaches science at the Riverside Middle School in Pendleton, South Carolina. At a time when the nation is lamenting the shortage of science teachers, his presence in the classroom has multiple value to the community he serves as a teacher.
Anybody came up with a way of doing it. I just love being with kids, and I love seeing people succeed. I teach 8th grade, so it's an age where the kids really begin to think for themselves, and I believe that's one of the most inspiring things when kids begin to think of things for themselves, and it's not just because their mom or dad told them this is the way things are. They really understand what it is for themselves. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hand out Slinkies to each one of your groups, and I'm going to let you talk about it for about 2 minutes to see if you can figure out a way that you could model an S-wave and a way that you could model a P-wave using a Slinky. And we look at our P-wave, so when we're doing our experiment, you're going to send your P-wave through and you'll watch it go to the end. And if we're starting below ground, what's that point below the ground called, where earthquake started? Focus. The focus. And it goes all the way up to the point above ground, directly above our focus, and what was that called? Epicenter. The epicenter. So we'll look at how long it takes our P-wave to arrive at the epicenter from the focus, and how long it takes to come back, and we'll be using timers to do that. And then we're going to look at how long it takes our S-wave to travel from the focus to the epicenter. And what do we notice about the amount of motion that we have comparing our P-wave and our S-wave?
S-wave has more motion.
Okay, the S-wave has more motion, so if you were sitting at the epicenter in your house, which one do you think you would most likely not want to be happening under your house? The S-wave.
Justin Ballinger grew up in a tight-knit family and was introduced early to the value of education by his parents and grandparents.
We lived right up the street from my grandmother. She'd sit down and tell us about the old days when she used to work like washing clothes and picking cotton and doing all those things.
Justin, the 5th of 6 children in his family, developed an early interest in science.
In kindergarten, like the teacher asked us to write down what we wanted to be and draw a picture of it, and I wrote down a picture of a scientist with the frizzy hair and everything. I feel like I've gotten to fulfill that dream in becoming a teacher. I really focus on inspiring the children in the classroom, like making them feel like they have authority over themselves, feeling empowered about learning so that they're responsible for their own education. They understand that the teacher doesn't give you education, you take your education, and you realize your dreams after you take responsibility for your education and begin to plan for your goals.
Like other misters in the program, Justin is committed to his profession.
I think education is something that is definitely changing. This is definitely a place that I plan on being a very long time.
As of the fall of 2007, the Call Me Mister program had graduated 25 misters, with another 150 working toward their degrees in 11 colleges in the state of South Carolina. Dr. Roy Jones, who collaborated on developing the Call Me Mister program, now serves as its executive director. The program is based at Clemson University. Call Me Mister actively promotes the philosophy and practice of teachers as servant leaders who become powerful agents of change in their communities.
I am a young, strong African-American male, dedicated to perpetuating a sorely needed concept, men as role models in elementary schools. I am devoted to planting seeds of dignity and respect in children and inspiring them to cultivate those seeds, producing a crop of unprecedented success. I will teach reading, writing, and arithmetic, and progress to self-esteem, imagination, and determination. Because of my immeasurable promise, not only have I earned your respect, I demand it. A title is only important as one's character and integrity dictates its use. When addressing me, please verbalize my destiny. Please, do not call me by my first name. Call me in reference to my great vision. Call me Mister.
Dream, they work teamwork. Makes the dream work. Teamwork makes the dream work. It takes a team if you want to make the dream. Sticking together, staying focused is the theme. One is not bad, but with many it moves mountains. Call me Mister's here and alive and still counting. The team is here, we gonna do big things. Do you see our vision? We here to make big change. The world won't be the same, one kid at a time. It's all role model here, we're rhythm and rhyme. Come on, teamwork makes the dream work. Come on, teamwork makes the dream work. Teamwork makes the dream work. Come on, teamwork makes the dream teamwork.
Round of applause. Excellent job. Excellent job. Okay.
The E is for educational. Educate yourself about digital television at myetv.org/DTV. About.com says ETV site is especially helpful for older adults who may not be comfortable with the technology. Good
boy. Good boy. What you been doing, man? This man sure appreciate them plates.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jasmine, you got something to get?
Should have got them boys to go out there. Tastes good. Oh, you're doing all the food.
I haven't been yet. I'm just gonna hang out.